Hello and welcome to Pantheon of the Geeks. This is a showcase video for the Stormcast Eternals, and these are the ones from the actual box set itself, the Age of Sigmar box set. So here is the first squad of 5 Liberators, which you may have seen us put together on the unboxing video. Here they are painted. So I've gone for a purple as opposed to a blue, and it's come out quite well actually. I quite like the colour against the gold. So I did use the new Retributor spray to undercoat these guys, and then worked up from that. Just following the basic guide for Stormcast Eternals. I said the only difference I've done from the actual guide is to paint the purple one as opposed to the blue. So we'll move on to the other unit of Liberators, and they're pretty much the same apart from the leader. Yeah, so here is the other squad, or unit, or regiment, or whatever we call them these days. And again, just exactly the same as the other unit, apart from the leader's of a different model. The camera's focusing a bit there, there we go. I really like the shield on these models though, that shield there especially on the Liberator Prime is amazing. And he's a cool model, despite what I said in the unboxing video. So moving on to the next unit. So here's the next unit. These are the Retributors. These are probably my favourite troops that they've released so far. I do like these models. I like the massive two-handed hammers they've got. They just remind me of Paladins from World of Warcraft, so they're really cool. And I like the Rolsum as well. They're pretty brutal, especially against characters and stuff like that. They're pretty good. So the purple that I've done on them, I started with Naggaroth Knight. I then put some Xeris purple. I'll show you on the camera. On there. Xeris purple on, and then I did some Grushi Violet, put another layer of Xeris, and then finished off with highlighting with Gene Stealer. I'm quite happy. It's come out sort of a royal imperial purple, so that's pretty cool. So moving on to the next unit. Okay, so I've got to zoom out a little bit for this one because he just didn't quite fit on the camera. But here is the Prosecutor. Again, following the same rules from the same guide. I'm painting the wings in a blue hue using Guilliman blue. That's one. And that's the second one, which is essentially the same model in the same pose. And finally, is this guy, who's most likely to be sort of the leader of the unit, I would say. Again, with these models I found in games they are better for sort of like flying around the edges, flanking, shooting with hammers, believe it or not, and then perhaps charging in when the enemy's been weakened. If you just charge them straight in, they tend to die. So, moving on to the first character. So here he is with his massively large banner. It's the Relic. It's a very cool parchment cloak he's got. The thing that shocked me about these models is how quickly they were to paint. Once you've got the gold on, it literally is just adding a few other colours and you're done. So that gold spray paint, it was very useful. I could see it being used for obviously Sanguinary Guard and stuff like that as well, very effectively. But there he is. And this guy, if he's in battle, he's pretty good actually. He can heal or he can damage. I like him, and it's a very cool model. So moving on to the other character from the main box set. This is Bandhas on his Dracolich, or whatever you want to call it. Not quite sure what they're called, or if I've got it right or not. But again, I followed exactly the same rules in the painting guide to get the colours for the Dracolich. And then I just replaced again the blue with purple. I also took off the red because I didn't think it worked very well with the purple on this model, so I just changed the reds to whites. I'm quite happy with the outcome. They're very similar to the Celestial Lions, which you'll see in the in many of the books and some of the White Dwarfs. I've just basically used that as a guide because I like the colours. And I think the Celestial Lions, they have sort of blue, light blue, sort of plumes on the hair and other bits and pieces. But I just went for white. I don't know whether I'll use these as Celestial, is it Celestial Lions? Or Lions of Sigmar, sorry. And I don't know whether to name them something else and make my own sort of Stormcast Eternals. But if you've got any suggestions for a cool name, keep them clean, please. Put them in the comments, please. So that is the Stormcast Eternals from the box set. I've also managed to get quite quickly painted the new releases as well, so I'll move on to them next. So here we have the other unit of Liberators from the Liberators box set themselves, which I gave paired Warhammers. I tried to keep the ends of the hammers when I've painted them as a bit rough, to make it like they've been actually hammering something rather than just painting them smooth. I'm not sure how much I like that. They do look a little bit like maybe they haven't been painted properly, but when you hammer metal it does go a bit strange. So I'm hoping that's reflected that a bit better. I've tried to make them look a little bit worn on the ends, like they have been hammering stuff. The Liberator on this mod doesn't have a cloak either. That's why he differs a bit from the other Liberators. But he is there with a little plume on his head. So again, I painted these very quickly. So they are very easy to paint, these guys. So I can see them appealing to a lot of people who don't have a lot of time to paint. Yeah, one of the sprays out, maybe even the lead belcher spray, and do them as the sort of metal versions. That'll look pretty cool. But they are relatively easy to paint. They're very large models, really. They're much bigger than a Space Marine. So yeah, I did enjoy painting them, and I said it was pretty quick. So moving on to the two new characters that have been released. So here we have the Lord Celestant, the Griff Hound, and the Green Lantern, basically. The Griff Hound, I really like that model, and I really liked painting it. I'd use a very simple version to paint that. I used sort of up to Deathclaw brown, and then sort of lightened it down afterwards, and then tried to do like an eagle's head with a very light feather on it. The cloaks I've actually painted all in purple, because I did actually paint the insides in white initially, much like the other cloaks that I've done. But with all the parchment, especially on Lantern Guy, it didn't really work very well, I found. So I painted them all over in purple, and I kind of like that effect a little bit better. But I said, even that, my favourite model there is actually Griff Hound. I'd love a unit of just Griff Hounds. I just think they're really cool. So there we have it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little showcase video of the Stormcast Eternals that I've painted so far. There'll be more coming, obviously. The Judicators, I think is what they're called. The ones with the crossbows. They're coming out soon. So stay tuned for that once I get those models. And yeah, so I'll show you them once I've painted them. That'll be a much quicker showcase video, obviously. Claire's painting the Chaos stuff from the box set. So once she's finished painting that, we shall do a showcase for the Chaos stuff. But that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps out loads if you do that. And I hope to see you again soon. So take care, guys. Bye.